Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we're talking about Google Adwords optimization tips. So I want to present to you 3 ways that you can optimize your account and make sure that you're working in the right direction with Google Adwords. This is part of a blog post that you can find on this link on twizzyweb.com, and it's part of the PPC management strategies. And by the way, in the bottom right corner, you can see myself just to give a picture of who I am. Okay, so talking about Google AdWords, we know that most businesses that run Google AdWords want to use it to increase revenue, and that is quite obvious, and they want to also achieve the lowest possible cost. And but how can you do that, and how can you decrease your cost per conversion? And for example, these are 4 quick questions that come up to your mind. So how can you achieve that? Which is the best strategy for optimizing Google AdWords? How can I reach my right audience without wasting money? And how do I realize I'm going in the right direction? Okay. So let me try to answer at least a part of these very common questions. And I want to do this by leveraging these 3 top tips that are pretty crucial inside AdWords, and you want to follow for any AdWords account, any AdWords campaign that you're running. Okay, so tip number 1. Here we're talking about AdWords ads, keywords, and landing page alignment. So we know that alignment is one of those really important topics that we always want to focus on, and then we want to follow in a very important way, because everything is at the very end there. So we want to make sure that we have the best possible keyword, we have the best possible ad, and we have the best possible landing page. But not only that, we want to make sure that these 3 elements are highly related and are highly aligned one with the other. So let's see this one a little bit farther. But before that, let's just see also tip number 2 and number 3, which are dynamic keyword insertion, DKI, and negative keywords. 2 other tips that really are really important for yourself and for your AdWords account. Okay, so talking about AdWords optimization tip number 1, so about alignment. The most important aspect for any AdWords, honestly, any AdWords campaign. And this is really a top tip. This is, I would not even consider this one a tip, honestly. It's really the basic functionality of Google AdWords is about alignment. This is something that is a top-notch tip if you consider how important it is, and so how this relates to the performance of an AdWords account. So a little bit, let's understand, what does alignment mean, and how do you align your Google AdWords account? Here you can see the basic elements of an AdWords account. You have ad groups, keywords, ads, landing pages. I know we're missing campaigns here, but we're just leaving it apart just for a moment, because these are the most important elements that we want to play around with. And usually what is suggested is to use your website structure as it is, and create your AdWords campaigns based on that. So the menu, sub-menu, and so on. Create the campaigns, ad groups, and keywords based on these elements. This is fine and might work well, but if you truly want to reach good results in AdWords at the lowest cost per conversion possible, you should think about it in a more thoughtful way, and you should think about a little bit more on how to use these elements, and how to create these elements, and how to make them really align one with the other. So what I'm talking about here is about the alignment that we have between keywords, ads, and landing pages. It's you can imagine it. So at the very end, it's really important that we have the keywords aligned with the ads and landing pages. So very simply, the keywords need to be aligned with the ads. So you need to have keywords that trigger a specific ad, and you just want to have a few keywords in each ad group. This means that inside your account, You will have ad groups that are tightly themed and keywords that are tightly related to these themes. And these keywords trigger an ad, or actually maybe 2 ads. And these ads are tightly related with your keywords, okay? And then these ads actually lead to a landing page, of course. But this landing page needs to be also this one tightly related with the ads and of course with the keywords that generated the ad. So this is the the best way possible that you can have inside your AdWords account. You want to make sure that your keywords, your ads, and your landing pages are tightly aligned and related one with the other. This is really the best way on which you can work inside your AdWords account and the best structure that your AdWords account can have. So, to summarize this, tightly themed ad groups. So, really important. You want to have tightly themed ad groups, which means ad groups that relate and rotate around one theme. So really, really important at this point, because afterwards you have a few related keywords in each of these ad groups. And then you have ads rotating around these topics. And at the very end of the game, you have landing pages that solve the user's initial query. So as you can see, there is the keywords, the ads, and the landing pages. And then these need to be really related and tightly themed with one with each other. So really, really important, this one. Okay, going forward, let's go to the next step. And here we have the AdWords Optimization tip number 2. And we're talking about dynamic keyword insertion, DKI. This is actually a pretty important tip, because this is something that can leverage your CTR and can help you really increase your CTR. Because how does it work basically? So it works by inserting the keyword on which you're bidding directly inside your ad. So for example, here we're using it in a way that in the headline we have this token that it's typed keyword and then dark chocolate, okay? And if you write it this way, basically it will say that whenever you have your own keyword that triggers this ad, then it will come up and it will replace that part of the ad. If it can't replace that part of the ad, it will simply fall back to the dark chocolate version in this case, or to whatever you insert after that keyword element. So really important, and as you can imagine, this drastically increases your CTR because this is tightly related with what the user is looking for. So how do you implement these inside your ads? As we mentioned before, so we have the headline, display URL, description line 1, description line 2. And in the headline, we have bind, then we have that bracket with the keyword, and then movies and DVDs. So in this case, the keyword will be inside where keyword is typed. Okay, I'll leave you a few seconds just to understand what we're talking about. Then if we go over, we have the display URL, which is normal, description line 1, description line 2. By the way, we can insert this token inside any of the elements of our ad. So it can be in the headline, it can be the display URL, it can be description line 1 or description line 2. So I think this is really powerful. It's mostly a technical aspect, but it's something that will help you boost your CTR. And we know that if you boost your CTR, you increase your quality score. And if you increase your quality score, your CPC drops. So this means at the very end that your cost per conversion drops. So this is really, really powerful, really, really important. Also decrease your cost per conversion besides ranking even better. Okay, now last but not least, the AdWords optimization tip number 3. So in this case, we're talking about negative keywords. And we're looking at the search query report. Inside there, we want to look how to find and add these negative keywords. So if you go, of course, under the keyword sections of Google AdWords and click on the keyword details button, you'll be able to view all the real search terms, the queries that your visitors have used when clicking on your ad. So how to avoid blocking relevant keywords? So simply block keywords by using the exact match type. And of course, if required, carefully using the phrase match. Why are we saying this? We're saying this because if you block keywords using any other match type, it's really risky because you might be blocking out other keywords that you don't even know. But just because, if it's broad match, that is terrible. because if you use a broad match and negative keywords blocks any kind of similar keywords that you're using in your own keywords. So that's really dangerous. So make sure that you're using just phrase match or exact match, at least at the beginning. Key point here is that you want to review your search query report and add negative keywords daily. This is really, really, really important. This should be a habit. This should be something that you're doing on a daily basis and that you always want to do because it's at the very end, it's the crucial part of optimizing Google AdWords. So really, really important. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. And these are the 3 top Google AdWords optimization tips that I would definitely recommend for anybody working on Google AdWords, at least at the beginning. Then if you want to restructure your account, and definitely also on a daily basis. So something really useful, something really important that you don't want to overlook and you want to spend some time on. And it's something that it's not like, those extensions, something that is like additional functionality, but it's something that is crucial for the success of any AdWords campaign. So thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe in order to make sure that you receive any of our updated videos. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.